All right, here we go. Let's get it. You're now tuned in to the end of the day report of yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports that we put right in your hand each and every day. Sorry for the delay this evening getting the report out. I was busy getting the pulse waves out, so that took a little bit longer than expected, but I got them out. All the reports have been posted. Check the dashboard for further details on that. All right, so without further ado, let's jump right into some charts. Let's get it. Let's get it popping. So much to go over, man. So much to go over. So much to do. All right, let's just let me boot up the first group. We're going to start off with the cryptos first. All right, we're gonna do cryptos first, and then from there we'll move on, and then we'll do futures and forex next. All right, what up, Tony? What up, Thomas? In the live chat. What up, Kyle? What up, Dar? What up, John? What up, Frank? What up, Black? What up, peoples? Smash that like button for me. Help a brother out. Hook a brother up. All right, my bad. Sorry about that, man. I used the wrong browser just now. My bad. I forgot I can't do Chrome. I can't do nothing else. I got to do it in Firefox for whatever reason. So my bad. All right, now let's get into these charts. I tell you, I'm just so when you get used to doing stuff, man, you just forget. All right, here we go. Can y'all see that? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? If you guys can hear and or see me, go ahead and type so in the live chat so I know y'all can hear me and I know y'all can see me. All right, great. Great. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so like I said, starting off with the crypto first. So let's get it. We're going to do Ripple first here. We got Ripple up on the screen. Ripple got out of the Kumo cloud somewhat. It's what it looked like, but it's just rolling right back into it again on the daily chart. We got nothing going on still, so I'm gonna have to trade that one accordingly. This market is not trending. Momentum is like non-existence. Okay, Litecoin. Litecoin, same thing. It's still consolidated. Not a whole lot going on here, as you can see. We're still inside the Kumo cloud, still moving sideways. No trend. All right. The long-term trend is still in a bear market, but we're not trending at this point. No new lows, no new highs, just still moving sideways. Taking a look at Ethereum. All right. Now you see how the market created this gap. Remember, I did warn you that we were going to come down and close this gap. That's exactly what's happening. All right, but you're still in a bullish configuration. The only thing is, you're getting production from this crash alert back here. So the market finally back and filled and did what it needed to do. Now we're looking for it to possibly test the 210 support line and then bounce from there and continue to hopefully relock in the upward trending and keep it pushing. Doesn't have anything else to prove now at this point. It can just shoot right up from here. So we'll see. All right, taking a look now at EOS. EOS is still in the bear market as well and still consolidating, moving sideways with not a lot happening, folks. It's just not a lot happening. You can try to use the loaded triggers to try to, scout a few points here and there. But for you trend followers, the ones that like to use the daily triggers or the weekly triggers, unfortunately, you don't have anything to work with right now. You're not getting triggered. You're not getting in the market because it's not trending. The conditions are not there to trend it. So what I would suggest you do, if this is one of your faves to trade, is just put your tickets in. Just have your orders working. Every week, if you, like, let's say you want to use the weekly triggers. Every week, just go ahead and just put the tickets in, and when the market's ready to move, at least you'll catch it. It's like fishing. You got to put your line in the water if you want the fish to bite. See what I'm saying? Just because they ain't biting now don't mean they won't. As long as you keep that rod in the water, then the better you'll be all right. Okay, so moving right along, here is Doji. Same thing. Perfect sideways movement, like nothing's happening here. Like zero is going on at this time. It's doing Nathan. All right, taking a look here at Dash. Bear market as well, sideways. The altcoins are still in the same predicament with absolutely nothing going on right now for you trend followers out there. Okay, Bitcoin, a little bit different of a story. It's consolidating too, but you got enough volatility and active range where you can get in here and you can do a little something. You can you can use loaded or you can use daily triggers, and you should be in a predicament to be able to capture some of the ups and some of the downs within this wider consolidation. You should be able to buy these here and make money, sell these here and make money. So I would just say continue what you're doing, trade accordingly. You're not trending like you should be. You're still in a bull market, but your momentum has come off. So you're not really doing anything. You have these little micro trends, these micro bursts. Like back here, you had a nice little trend for a little bit, and then boom, you had 2 weeks, and that was it. So now the market's not really setting you up with anything just yet. Well, we were looking for that technical bounce, but the market came down and then recovered. So I think we still got an initial target of 10,000. We got a beginning stage of bearish weekly trend momentum, but I think that's going to be unproductive at this time. I think the rally alert is going to play out, and I think we're going to get that catalyst that this is looking for. And I'm going to use this example back here. I think that's probably what we're going to see, where we didn't get anything. We didn't get any production there. Same thing here. This is another one. So we could sideways for a couple of days and then start to trend higher toward the latter part of the week in Bitcoin. All right, let's keep it pushing. Let's take a look at now. We're going to look at Forex next. Let's look at some Forex and some futures. All right. So first and foremost, we'll boot up the Forex first. And then we'll go with the futures second. All right, gotta throw that in there too. All right, here we go. All right, so first and foremost, we got the US dollar index. Now, you see how the index came all the way down below the Kumo cloud, and the support line became resistance. So you're below the Kumo cloud, you're below the support line. Support line is coming down, threatening to crash below the Kumo cloud. This is a very bearish, ominous sign for the US dollar, and we're getting a possible cross is in the making, is about to occur. All right. So if this cross manifests itself, man, this is gonna be something. This is gonna be something. That's all I'm saying. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna try to do from this point. It's hard to tell. Sometimes it just kisses it, and we don't get much that happens. But the way this thing is looking right now, it's threatening to cross over. and become bearish. Now, we've done this before where you were at road, came down and touched it and bounced off from it, even broke below it on the price point. All right. So I don't know. We might get that, where you glide down and then pop back up again. So we'll see. We do have a bullish weekly trend momentum. You got back-to-back rally and secondary rally alerts here too. So this is an interesting one to watch to see how the rest of the markets react. All right, here's your South African. All right, South African Rand. You see we had that rally alert followed by a crash alert, and we close inside of the trading range. So I'm expecting sideways movement within the Kumo cloud, and we'll see what happens. So the top of this bar, bottom of this bar is your established trading range that extends both in and out of the Kumo cloud. All right, still got a bullish configuration, but your momentum has come way off and has not relocked in again. So we need that momentum to relock in, because right now your momentum is in a bear market. All right, it's just mad liquidation, mad selling. Going to need that to turn the tide before we start to see any possibility of a restructuring and locking back in a bull trend. Has a long way to go. All right, here's the Kiwi. Looking at the New Zealand dollar, it's still in a bear market. You have this crash alert right here, followed by a secondary crash alert. Now we are operating under a crash alert, and the market is officially in correction territory. The market is correcting. The trend line support way down here is the initial target for this move. So shorts are now in order on the Kiwi. Looking at the Mexican peso, which is in a bull market still considerably, but the momentum is in a bear market. All rallies are being sold. We're now operating under the auspices of a crash alert within a broader Kumo cloud that is very wide. The width on this thing is extremely wide. So our initial target for this crash alert would be the support of the Kumo cloud and below. All right, we'll be looking for this to break below the Kumo cloud. All right, taking a look at the dollar yen. Dollar yen is in a bear market right now, and momentum has relocked in on the downside. We're still operating under the auspices of both primary and secondary crash alerts. So my target for this thing will be back down here to test the lows below the Kumo cloud. Looks like shorts are in order and winning the day in the yen. Taking a look now at the pound sterling, looking at the British pound. It is now operating under the auspices of crash alerts as well. Initial target for this has already been reached, which was the trend line support. And because momentum has truly locked back in again and is gaining strength, I'm going to point to first the top of the Kumo cloud, then the next target will be the bottom of the Kumo cloud, and then the fourth will be below it. So first target, which is the trend line support, has been met. Secondary target is the top of the Kumo cloud. Tertiary target is the bottom of the Kumo cloud. And then finally, the final destination is back down, prices below, well below the Kumo cloud. So those are your four stages, or your four target points for this crash alert. All right, moving right along, taking a look now at the euro yen. Euro yen right now seems to be moving in the opposite direction of the stock market. You had this really nice break. All right, you got production on your crash alerts, still operating under the auspices of the crash alert. Don't know if we're going to see a short-term bottom here in the market come back up. Right now, I'm saying the initial target is the trend line support on this one. So right now, I will be looking for that to move. All right, so that's what we're looking at right now on that one. And yep, so had a nice pop though. You could have caught some of this on the pop, but Now the market's coming down. I think these rallies are getting ready to be sold, to be quite honest with you. Momentum has come off as well. Yeah, it's looking kind of bearish to me. Then we're going to relock back in. So trend line support, first target, top of the Kumo cloud second, bottom of the cloud third, below the cloud is the final destination to test the lows as the bear market trend locks back in again. All right. Looking at the euro dollar, which is also in the bear market, and we're under the auspices of the crash alert. All right. The trend line support, which is within the Kumo cloud, is the initial target here, and not the top of the Kumo cloud, but the actual trend line. So that's around the 110.50 mark on your euro. I see this rally as being sold as the market heads deeper into corrective territory. All right, moving right ahead along here, we got. All right, so now we got the Canadian dollar. Okay, the pop in oil hasn't really been helping it all that much. It has not even gotten back to the trend line resistance. Had a vicious breakdown here, and you see the momentum is coming off too. The momentum's definitely in a bear market, even though it's still remaining some semblance of a bull market. It's still bullish for now, but I believe that's about to change. That's about to really change as these markets come, and this one is, really under a lot of pressure. I think it's going to fall back down, even though you're under the auspices now of a bullish weekly trend momentum. I think that's just setting up to be sold near the trend line. So this trend line right here is the target for this, if it can make it. But I think even if it does, it's going to be sold here. It's already starting to be sold every time it sticks its head up. So this one's definitely very bearish. All right, looking at the Aussie, looking at the Australian dollar, under the auspices of the crash alert as well. Trendline support is still our initial target on this. Even as the market pops here, I think this rally will be sold. All right, moving right along, taking a look now at the. Nope, same thing. Never mind. All right, let's go to the futures now. All right, let's look at some futures. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, let's do it. All right, so here is the Dow Futures. We got nice production off the crash alert. The rally alert has not necessarily kicked in just yet. In the overnight market, it is, though. In the overnight market, we're starting to see production. The market had a nice comeback after crashing below the trend line support. Trend line support was always the target, and it's bouncing from that now. I do anticipate, though, that after we get this production, I think 27,000 is a possibility where we could get back to possibly between 26.5 and 27. And then I think the sellers come in, and then this is going to see a deeper correction. All right. Still in a bear market on the Dow. Make no mistake about it. Your daily chart is still in a bear market. Okay. Under the auspices of a rally alert for now. But just remember what market you're in and look at your momentum. Okay. Your momentum's come off. So yeah, this has a lot of fighting to do. And you have a bearish weekly trend momentum as well, not looking good. All right, taking a look here at the silver futures is under the auspices of a crash alert. Trend line support has always been the initial target. And even if we get some kind of a technical bounce from the trend line support, I see rallies being sold, and I see we're now in the beginning stages of a weekly bearish trend momentum reading as momentum is starting to point straight down. So not looking good. Now we are in a bull market. We do have that bullish cross right here. All right, but we're not seeing the kind of production that we would like to see with a situation like this. So I don't know. It's hard to find good testimony. I mean, this last break here, back when the whole Corona thing broke out, we had that bearish cross, right? But we didn't get any follow through. It recovered immediately. All right, and now we've crossed bullish. So if I am to believe the way the market has behaved in prior cross situations, I have to believe that this is a true bullish cross, and the market is going to make good on it. So from right now, I think the pullback will be bought, and we'll see how high it can go. But we're still in the correction, and we cannot forget that. Can't overlook it. All right, looking at the Russell, which I made my hustle right now. The market popped up today, so we're starting to get production off of that rally alert. We came into today with a rally alert, but we make no mistake. We are definitely in a bearish weekly trend momentum reading, and we're under a correction. So I see rallies being sold. Overnight markets have popped up a little bit more. Right now, the overnight market shows the Russell up 10.7. E-mini S&P up 20, NASDAQ 100 futures up 61.5, and Dow Futures up 194. So we're still operating under the auspices of rally alerts in these stock indexes. But make no mistake, at some point, I do believe we're going to falter in those, and we'll get sold probably around 1450 level for the Russell. We'll see. I could be wrong. The market could want to lock in. Here's crude oil. Crude oil nicely above the Kumo cloud, showing off, popping without stopping. The trend line support is holding up. And we're right now operating under the auspices of a rally alert. So let's see what happens. Let's see if the market can get it on and popping. I think we won't make it to 40. I think we're under a correction. We're in a bear market. Momentum starting to come off in the beginning stages of a bearish weekly trend momentum. I think the running gun may be over. Let's see if I'm wrong. NASDAQ 100 has been the strongest of the stock indexes, but even its momentum has come off now. You're operating under the auspices of a rally alert here too. It pulled back and then fully recovered, and still getting it in the overnight. I think 10,000 will be a far stretch for it, but I think at that point this market will be sold again as well. We are still under the auspices of a correction. So let's see what happens. See if the momentum can get deeper and give us more of a correction. Let's see what happens. All right, taking a look here at gold futures. Okay, gold futures are in a bull market, as you can see, but and it has put a stop to that corrective status. It's now attempting to relock back in the bull market. We're going to need to see production because the last time it tried this, it failed and then start correcting again. All right, so we're going to need to see something. Same thing here. Failed here too. All right, so I don't know. Right now we're seeing the lower highs. Okay, so I don't know. This one's confused. So we'll see what it can do. We'll see what it wants to do. But as of right now, it's still operating under the auspices of a crash alert. All right, alerts are not over until you get a new alert in the opposite direction. And right now, like back here, this one stayed short for a minute. Then we got the new signal. Okay. So this one still riding up, but we got the new signal and we got production. So we met the initial target of the trend line support, but we don't have a new signal yet. So we have to assume the next target is in play, which is the bottom of the Kumo cloud. See where I'm going? So gold futures right now, even though we're in a bull market, right, and everything looks okay, and then momentum's come off a little bit, but we have to trade what we see. And right now it's looking like this either it's going to just expand this wide trading range even further, or something else is about to happen. So we got to watch gold real closely here. All right. And on the next one we got here is the E-mini S&P 500 futures contract. All right, this is one that we have been watching as well because it's been weak, like the Dow. It's been weak, has not been strong, not at all, not even in the slightest. So we have to trade what we see and not what we think. All right, we have to watch this market. So right now it's under the auspices of a rally alert, just like the Dow. I think we may get back up to around the 3,100, 3,150 range, but then from there, I think the market heads into some resistance, and I think it's in jeopardy of falling. To be quite honest with you, I think it is in jeopardy of falling. I don't think it's going to be able to do it. I just don't. Now I could be wrong, you know, and that's cool. That's okay. But from what I'm saying right now, it ain't looking all that hot for it. So we'll watch it and we'll see what happens. But right now, I'm thinking the Dow and the S&P stand very good chances of further correcting. All right. Let's see. I guess that's it, man. I think we didn't hit what we need to hit for today. Lord willing, I'll be on time tomorrow and we can really go in. PulseWaveTrading.com, you know what it is. Come on, break bread with us. You know what I'm saying? Get in there and make this money while you still can. We need these income streams. You know what I'm saying? So the only way you're going to get it is if you go to PulseWaveTrading.com, break bread with us. You can partner with us for as low as $9 a month and start making money. Put yourself in a position to make some coins, man, so that you can survive this apocalypse, whatever it is that they're trying to make happen. You'll be able to turn the tide on them and be like, you forgot one. Hey, I'm over here prospering. You know what I'm saying? So put yourself in a position to prosper, even though they don't want you to. All right, that's how you can beat them at their own game. It's by prospering in spite of the fact that they don't want you to. And with that being said, remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'll see you guys in the morning for a pre-market pulse scan. Stay safe. Peace.